everyone, it's good to see you again. In today's video, we would understand what are some of the common mistakes that people make while manifesting, how writing helps to avoid these mistakes, and what are some of the fine things while we are writing a manifestation to make it go even faster. Stay till the end of the video because today I'm going to announce who won the best comment for the affirmation video. And if you also want to find out how you could be a winner to win a coaching session with me, then I would certainly recommend you to stay there. Hi, my name is Anjali. I am your yoga and life balance coach. The purpose of my YouTube channel is making yoga and mindfulness a part of your life, taking it away from 1 hour on the mat in the gym, bringing it into your life, into your day-to-day activities where you can interact with yoga and mindfulness in every bit of your being and live a lifestyle of yoga. So let's dance in. In our last video, we had talked about how to keep your mind focused on one thought for about 68 seconds to manifest it faster. However, it's not an easy task when you are just trying to focus your mind on one thought because as we know, it's our monkey mind and it keeps jumping from one thought to another. And as I had promised in the last video, I would tell you today how to keep that focus. Some of you might be familiar with the Greek and Roman legend of Midas. Midas was a greedy king who wanted to turn anything that he would touch into gold. To his fortune or misfortune, his wish was granted. So if you've heard the story, you know that at the end, Midas turned everyone who he loved into gold by touching them, and he starved himself to death because he could not eat the food without having turned the food into gold. Another story that you might not be familiar with is the story of Bhasmasur and Mohini. Bhasmasur was a demon who had worshipped long enough to get a boon by the Almighty Shiva. Now Shiva, just like the universe, is gullible, he's innocent, he's giving and he's generous. Impressed by Bhasmasur's devotion, Shiva gave him the boon that Bhasmasur could turn anyone into ashes by simply putting his hand over someone's head. And the next thing was that Bhasmasur tried to test his boon on Shiva himself, and he ran after Shiva trying to put his hand on Shiva's head and turn him into ashes. And while Shiva was running away from Bhasmasur to save his life, he called upon Vishnu. And Vishnu came into the form of a beautiful Mohini, the dancer Mohini. And this Mohini was so beautiful and so attractive that Bhasmasur soon enough got distracted and wanted to dance with Mohini. So Vishnu in the form of Mohini made Bhasmasur imitate her dance up to the point where Vishnu did something like this and Bhasmasur happened to have his hand on his own head, and you can imagine he turned into ashes. So what do you think is the moral of these two stories? Well, leaving a lot of other things aside, one thing that we can learn from these stories is to be precise about what we ask for, what we wish for, and to have given it a detailed thought. How can we do that? When we are just thinking of a wish, when we are just making some castles in the air, we don't have the serenity to focus on that one thought. And often enough, we end up asking for something that doesn't really serve us. So the easy way to do that would be writing the wishes down. In one of my earlier videos, I had explained the brain waves and how the brain waves are affected by our thoughts. It is important for us to know that our thoughts are energy. When we express those thoughts in words, it is a form of energy which is even stronger than just the thought. Our thoughts are like beads of a broken necklace which are scattered all over the place. When we write down these thoughts, The writing works like a thread that puts the beads in one string. That means it gives a direction to our thoughts, it compartmentalizes what we actually need, and it gives us a clarity on what we are asking for. Furthermore, it also fills the missing links. So when we write down our manifestations, it gives us a clarity, a structure, and a focused direction to what we want. When we write down our thoughts, we know that the thoughts that were energy became words, the words that were a stronger energy became sentences, and we have a clarity about what we really want and where we are heading to. One more element that really helps enhance our manifestations is emotions. The Latin word emotion literally means energy in motion. That means when you write down your thoughts on a paper and you connect them with your emotions, what emotions it would invoke in you when that wish is fulfilled, how happy, how loved, how healthy, how supported, how powerful, how amazing you would feel when you connected to those emotions and write that down, that's when your manifestations get even more stronger. When you're writing your manifestations, it could also be very helpful to learn how to formalize your manifestations, something like learning to write the affirmations. If you're curious about how to do the affirmations right and connect with that energy to enhance your manifestations, in my next video I would go more into detail about what are the affirmations, how do you do them right, and how they can enhance your scripting procedure. As I mentioned last time, the book Ask and It Is Given has several interesting procedures. One of these processes is also script writing. Write a scene in your life where you have achieved what you want to achieve. How would you feel? What would make you happy? How would it enhance your quality of life? When you put all those things in terms of emotions as well, then you would see how you take a leap into the direction of your dream life. So if you are really curious about them, then it's also high time you subscribe to my channel so that you get the notification on time. Before I take your leave, let me announce the winner of my best comment from the affirmation video. The winner of the best comment from the affirmation video is Mariangela Davila. Mariangela wrote this as a comment to my video, and I'm going to post a picture of the chat with her. So here she says, Anjali, I am reading the book about affirmations. I wrote down this right before I saw your post. Why? My life is full of serendipity and synchronicities. And the next thing is that she happened to bump into my YouTube video. If you also have experiences like that, it would be great to hear from you. But not only your experiences, I would also like to get suggestions from you. What is it that you like about my videos? What is it that you don't like about my videos? What is it that I could do differently? This time I have a bonus for anyone who gives me some good suggestions on enhancing the quality of my videos, and you have the chance to win an online coaching session with me for the best suggestion you make. I'm looking forward to your comments and your suggestions, and I take your leave wishing you a very nice evening. Bye.